Granny's, Abner. I believe that's our ring.
All right, Doggy Lum, I believe you're right.
I'll see. Hello, jot 'em down, store. This is Lum and Abner.
Well, Lum and Abner are still in Hollywood and still unable to find a means of transportation back to Pine Ridge. Their plan of a newspaper advertisement to share the ride to Arkansas turned out rather badly. A man called in answer to their ad, and after they went to his house and helped him lug his heavy wardrobe trunk out to the street, it developed that he thought they were the ones with the car. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on our friends today, we find them walking along a street in Los Angeles. Listen.
Oh, wait a minute now, Lum. Don't walk so fast.
Well, we got to walk fast. We got to get to this place early if we expect to get a ride back to Arkansas.
Well, we're sure starting early enough, I'll say that. Ain't even met no breakfast yet.
Well, we can't stop for that now.
Well, whereabouts are you taking me anyway? You can at least tell me that.
Well, what do you care where it is just so it gets us back home?
Well, that's where I want to go is back home. I don't want to spend no more time here in this Hollywood. Doggies, I don't want to sleep one more night in that railroad depot neither. Them's the hardest benches they got there I ever seen.
Hurry up, Abner. We don't want to miss out on this.
Well, what are we going in, Lum? A train or a bus or a bicycle? What is it now?
I don't know yet. We'll find that out.
Well, who's going to get us the tickets? How'd you find out about this?
I read about it in the newspaper.
Wait a minute. It ain't another one of them share the expenses deals, is it?
No. Fact is, this ain't going to cost us nothing. According to that ad I read, they're going to furnish the transportations free.
Now, just a minute now, Lum.
Come on, Abner.
Just what are you getting us into anyway?
It'll get us back to Arkansas, and that's all you need to know.
Yeah, but just what do we have to do to get this free ride? That's what I want to know.
Oh, not hardly nothing. Might have to pick a little cotton.
Oh, well, pick cotton.
Yeah, there's some fella out here rounding up some workers to go back with him to Arkansas and work in the cotton field. Come on, Abner, we gotta hurry. He's the nerve of that feller. Too old. Look at me, Abner. Do I look too old to pick cotton?
No, you don't look it. He must have found it out some other way.
Granny's, I bound you I could pick more cotton with one hand tied behind my back than half of them fellers he signed up.
Well, Lum, you said yourself once we got back to Arkansas, we was going to quit right away and get on back to Pine Ridge.
I know, but it's just the idea of it. That feller sitting there at that desk telling me I'm too old.
Yeah. Well, come on. Ain't no use standing around here fussing about it. We better get going and try something else here.
Yeah.
Well, wait a minute now, Lum. Don't go so fast. You got me in a dog trot now, and I can't keep up with you.
Well, come on. We're on our way for shore this time. You got the lunch goods with you, ain't you?
I've got 'em. Can't we sit down here and eat a little bit of it? I'm hungry.
No, we ain't got time, Abner. The bus is due to leave pretty soon now.
Yeah, how'd you find out about this bus?
I read about it in the newspaper.
Uh-oh.
It's a good deal, too. I've heard it said that it's cheap to travel by bus, but I never realized it was this cheap.
Well, just how much is it going to cost us?
$5 apiece.
$5?
Yes, sir, that's all.
Clean to Arkansas?
Well, further than that, even. This bus goes right on through Arkansas, right over into Brentwood, Tennessee.
Well, we don't want to go to Tennessee.
Well, I know, but I figured we'd just get off in Arkansas.
Oh, yeah, we can do that. I want to get home. I want to quit traveling around this whole country. Of course, if they won't let us off, well, we could visit Papa over there. What town does it go to in Tennessee?
Brentwood.
Brentwood? Well, that's pretty close to where Papa lives. Where else does it go?
I don't know exactly. He mentioned some other towns, but I ain't familiar with them. Just said it was a tour to Brentwood, Bel Air, Westwood, and someplace up in the hills. Beverly Hills, I believe they call them.
Sure it weren't Cherry Hill.
No, I don't think so. More likely around there someplace, though. All I know is that they've got to go through Arkansas to get to Tennessee. Come on now, hurry up. We don't want to miss this.
Huh? Just cost $5. Wonderful trip.
All right. Don't rub it in,
No.
Abner. How was I to know there was a Brentwood out here in California? Only one I ever heard about was in Tennessee.
You and your big idea.
All right, Abner, just forget it. I made a mistake, and I admit it.
$5 apiece to see Claudette Colbert's house.
Well, you'll have to admit it was a nice drive, and we got to see all them movie stars' homes. The driver was awful nice about pointing them out to us.
I wish somebody'd point out my home. That's the one I'm interested in seeing.
Well, you got to see the Pacific Ocean, too.
And right there's where I started getting suspicious. 'Cause I know good and well we never crossed that thing on our way out here from Arkansas.
Well, we've done did it now, and ain't no use to argue about it. Reckon what we ought to do next.
Lum, I don't know about you, but I'm going to sit down right here and eat these lunch goods. No use saving them for the trip, 'cause it looks like there ain't going to be no trip.
No, sir, I ain't given up yet. I'll still find us a way to get home.
Lum, now wait a minute. I just can't go so fast. My feet are plumb wore out, Lum.
Well, Abner, I'm just as tired as you are, but we don't want to miss out on this ride. You ought to be able to keep going if I can.
Yeah, but you ain't toting a bass drum like I am. All you got's that little old flute. Still don't see what you want to buy these dad-blame things for anyway.
Well, I ain't had time to tell you, Abner. Come on, or we'll be late.
Because here we are trying to get to Pine Ridge, and you want us to take music lessons.
We ain't going to take no music lessons.
Well, how are we going to play 'em then, Lum? I ain't got no natural music talents.
Well, we ain't going to play 'em. We're just going to act like we know how.
Oh, they can tell the minute we start.
Well, we ain't even going to take 'em out of the cases.
Huh?
I found out there's a hillbilly band leaving here for a tour of Texas, Oklahoma, and Arkansas. They got a big special bus they're going to travel in. And I figured that in the excitement, we can crowd in there with the others and nobody will ever know the difference. Just try to act like a hillbilly if you can.
Well, I'll try. It's going to be hard for me to do it, though.
Hurry up. This has got to work. Look at my head again. There must be a bump there, Summers.
I can't see nothing.
Well, there's one there, Summers. There must be. Granny's bad enough getting thrown off the bus without getting hit over the head with your own flute.
Well, you're lucky. You ought to be glad you weren't playing the bass drum. So that I don't believe my head ever will heal up. Just look at my drum there, plumb ruined. Hole kicked clean through it.
Oh, well, you couldn't play it no way.
How do you know I couldn't? I never had a chance to try it.
Reckon how them fellers knowed we wasn't regular members of that hillbilly band. Just too cityfied, I reckon.
Lum, you are to know they don't have bass drums and flutes in a hillbilly band.
Well, I couldn't help that. Them was the only two instruments we could afford.
Could have found a couple of jugs someplace.
Well, let's see. What can we try now?
Well, you can try anything you want to. I'm going back to the railroad depot and find me a good bench and get me some sleep.
Well, wait, Abner. It's just 6:30. Let's try for a couple of more hours.
No.
If we can't find no way home by then, we'll both go back to the depot and get to bed. Or to bench, I mean. I think I'll try this bench over here tonight. I was sleeping in a draft all last night.
I don't see how one bench is any better than another. Ain't none of them fit to sleep on.
Well, Granny, this is a fine way to spend your life. Seems like we've been here for 100 years.
I feel 100 years older, I know that.
And I wish folks would stop talking. Yaddity, yaddity, yaddy all around you.
Everybody getting on trains but us.
How long have we been here in Hollywood anyway?
Yeah, let's see, we got here last Sunday. This must be about the 5th day.
Granny, it's 5 days. And we spent practical every minute of that trying to get a couple of tickets back to Pine Ridge.
Yeah. Would it be all right if I waved at that engineer there?
5 days, just trying to get some railroad tickets. My grannies, we tried every way in this world, too.
Yeah.
It just ain't no other ways, I reckon.
No.
Grannies, it ought to be, though. We're citizens of this country. We've got our rights. They can't do this to us, Abner.
They can't, huh?
No, sir. This is a free country. A man's got a right to go home, and I'm aiming on doing something about it right here and now.
Well, just what are you going to do?
Well, I don't know, but I ain't just going to sit here. I know that. I'm going to tell somebody about this. Let the whole world know.
Who are you going to tell?
I'm going to tell the presidents of all the railroad companies and everybody that works for them. I'm going to start right in with that ticket agent over there at that ticket
now,
window, that
come back here. Now,
fellow.
don't start no fuss.
I'm going to start a fuss. I'm going to tell him exactly what I think of him and his whole dad-blame railroad.
Now, Lum, now, just a minute.
I'm going to give him a talking to like he's never heard before in his whole life.
Lum.
Nobody does things to L. Edwards and gets away
Lum,
with
for
it.
goodness sakes, be careful what you're doing.
Let
You get us
go of me, Abner. Hey, you, Mr. Ticket Agent.
Yes? What is it?
Listen here. We've been in Hollywood 5 whole days, and all we want to do is go to Pine Ridge, Arkansas.
Oh, you mean you want to buy some tickets?
And in them 5 days, we've tried What'd you say?
I said, do you want to buy some railroad tickets?
You mean they're for sale?
Why, certainly. Where do you wish to go?
Pine Ridge, that is the county seat, Mena, Arkansas.
Now, let's see. Mena, Arkansas. I can get you out of here on the Santa Fe to Kansas City. You'll have an hour and a half wait there and take the Southern Belle on down to Mena, Arkansas.
You mean we can leave right off?
Your train will leave in 45 minutes.
Granny's, Abner, we ought to be bored for the simple. We're just like everybody else. We tried every place in town to get tickets but the railroad depot. Unpin the money, Abner. We're on our way home.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows in their jot-em-down store. Squire Skimp is just entering. Listen.
Well, morning, Squire. Come on in. Good to see you again.
Yes, I just heard that you men were back. And I thought I'd drop in and say hello. Hello, men. How was the trip?
Oh, just dandy fine. What are you laughing about?
What's that, Lum?
You said nothing funny yet.
Well, no, Lum. It's just a beautiful morning. I'm glad to see my old friends back home safe and sound. Be honest, I was afraid you and Abner was lost.
No, we enjoyed the trip something wonderful.
We did.
Why, sure.
First I knowed about it.
Yeah, sure enjoyed it. Hollywood's a wonderful place.
Yes, well, I figured that you must have liked it out there, inasmuch as you stayed so long.
Oh, yeah, couldn't hardly drag myself away.
You just intended to be out there so didn't you, Lum?
Yeah, but you know how it is, Squire. Had to go around to all the movie stars' homes, you know.
Yeah, we got on this sightseeing bus by mistake.
Abner, don't you have to make the delivers or something? Yeah, some of the movie stars sure have got nice homes out there. Swimming ponds and tennis diamonds and all that. And quite interesting.
Lum, you don't mean that you were invited to their homes, do you?
Well, I don't know exactly where you'd call it invited or not. You know how informal things are out there. The Western spirit, friendly.
Yes, well, that must have been quite an experience.
Oh, it weren't bad. They sort of wanted me to stay out there and make a movie, but I don't know. I wanted to get on home, be amongst my friends again. I ain't much interested in all that glam and glitter.
Yes, well, I had no idea that you were able to make such contacts out there. I'd like to hear more about it when I have more time, Lum. I'm expecting an insurance prospect over at the office right now, though. Maybe I can drop back again later on.
Yeah, well, I wish you would, Squire. I'd be proud to tell you all about it.
It's all right, fine. So long, man.
So long, Squire.
So long.
Granny, did you see Squire's face there when I told him they wanted me in the movie?
You see my face. I never knowed nothing about that.
Made an impress on him.
Well, me and you was together all the time out there, Lum. I don't recollect nobody asking you to be in the movies.
Well, they never exactly come right out and asked me, but I know good and well that if we'd have stayed out there a couple more weeks, they would have.
Who would have?
Why, all them movie people. Don't forget, we went to all their houses.
All we done is went by 'em. We just seen 'em from that sightseeing bus.
Yeah, but if we'd have had more time, I'd have had 'em stop the bus, and I'd have gone right in to see 'em, though.
You would?
Why, of course I would.
Well,
I'd like to have folks drop in on 'em that way. You know how informal things is out there. Friendly, the Western spirit.
well, I don't know. I don't seem to recollect that Western spirit. Seems to me like all we done is just get thrown out of places. Only place they's friendly to us is at Mother Rogers' soup kitchen.
Wait a minute, there comes Grandpappy Spears. Now, don't tell him about sleeping on pool tables and all the trouble we had out there.
Don't tell him about it.
No.
No, but I don't even want to think about it again.
Well, you done all right. You snored all night long. I know you was asleep.
I wasn't snoring, I was fussing.
You
Laying
wasn't.
there on top of all them balls, or to taking the balls off the table. Instead of being behind the 8-ball, I was right up on top of it.
Yeah, and you got banked in the side pocket there a couple of times.
I don't look at that knot on my head. Something
That was-
broke me there.
No, they made a carom shot off of you.
Well, they done something, I know that.
Now, don't say nothing to Grandpap. Make it sound like we never had any trouble at all.
Yeah, all right, I'll do my best.
Make him think we had a wonderful time.
We never, I'll tell him that, though. I'll tell him.
Well, howdy, Grandpap.
Yeah,
old boy.
come on in here, you old rascal. Sure is good to see you again.
Yeah, I heard you got back late last night. Elizabeth called Charity and told her.
Yeah, I know. How'd things go at the store while we was gone?
Oh, all right, I guess. Had a heck of a time trying to hold down both this job and my telegram delivery job, though. Fact is, I had to close up the store a couple of afternoons.
Doggy, how many telegrams do you have to deliver?
Well, none, but I had to keep myself free in case they did come in. How was your trip? How's Hollywood?
Oh, it's all right.
Oh, it was wonderful, Grandpap. Greatest one little place in the world. How come you fellers never stayed out there no longer than you did? Well, we did stay quite a while.
Stayed too long, if you want my opinion.
Well,
on
you
it.
know, movies. Did they run that long out there? I've heard tell about them doubled-up features or whatever they call them. What do you have to do, take your lunch to them?
I don't know. We never went to none.
No, what I meant, Grandpap, was the moving picture industry. They kept after us all the time we was out there. Why, what had you done? I mean, they wanted us to sort of help them make pictures. Act in them, you mean? Well, yeah, some acting. Mostly they wanted us to advise them. Abner, too?
They did, I don't recollect it.
Well, no, it was mostly me. One day we stopped by Clark Gable's house, and me and him...
When was that? Only place we stayed was Mother Rogers' soup kitchen.
What'd you say, Abner?
I say the only place
That's the name of the picture me and Clark was aiming on making. Mother Rogers' Soup Kitchen.
going with the soup.
Sort of a sequel to that picture that's been playing at the county seat, The Man Who Come to Dinner.
Mom, what's the matter with you? You losing your memory? Mother Rogers' soup kitchen was a place that
Yeah,
we
you're
kept-
right. It weren't much of a story. That's why I advised Clark against it.
Oh, are you sure now you talked to him? Near as I can recollect. Wait a minute, where are you going, Grandpa?
Well, I've got to run an errand for Charity. I want to get it done, get back here so as I can hear the rest of this. I'll see you in a little bit.
Yeah, all right, Grandpa. 1, 2, good. You ought to be careful what you're saying. You never talked to Clark Gables out there, and you know
Damn it, you don't know what all I done while we was out there.
No, I must not.
You wasn't with me every single minute of the time.
Well, not every minute, but most of it.
I know where he lives because the driver of that sightseeing bus pointed out to me.
Well, yeah, he showed us.
You know, I wish now we would have stayed out there longer.
Longer?
Just sort of getting started when we left. Just getting hot. Just breaking in, you might say.
Bob, all we done while we was out there just try to get railroad tickets to get back here.
That's what I say. We shouldn't have been so anxious to get back here.
Stayed there and starved, huh?
A fellow like me could make a lot of money in the moving picture industry.
Is Lassie going again?
Just look at the start I've made, and we're just out there a week.
What start?
Wait a minute, here comes Cedric.
Huh?
I reckon he'll want to hear all about it, too.
He'll hear about it, whether he wants to or not. I'll tell him that right now.
Well, hello there, Cedric, old boy.
Come on in, Cedric.
Hey, I heard you fellas actually seen some moving picture stars out there in Hollywood. That ain't true, is it?
No.
What do you mean it ain't true? We just stayed with them at their house is all.
I never knowed Mother Rogers was a moving star.
Well, no reason why she couldn't have been. They all run sidelines of some kind. Hers just happened to be a soup kitchen. How come you stayed out there so long? I just couldn't get away no quicker. Had to wait till the picture was all finished. Had to wait till they got done Kodacking it.
You mean you got to watch them do it?
Watch 'em, I was directing it.
Doggies, when was that? I never knowed you was a director.
Well, I wasn't exactly the director. I was sort of the assistant director, I guess.
Oh, well, that's different. Wait a minute, you was
Hey,
what?
Cedric, they kept me pretty busy out there. To be honest, I'm glad it's over. That junk was kind of boring to me. Knob-hobbing with the movie stars all day and all that.
Well, it wouldn't be to me. Boy, I'm going out and tell Gomer Bates about this. I'm sure glad I know you, Mr. Lum.
Hey, Cedric, wait a minute. Come back here now, Cedric. Oh, me, Lum, you oughtn't to have told Cedric that, man.
Why not? He come in here and asked me all about it, didn't he?
Well, yeah, but Doggies, I'm feared you're exaggerating a little bit there.
Well, maybe a little, but people sort of expect that. I mean, when you've been away to someplace like Hollywood, they expect to hear about all the wonderful things you done out there.
They do, huh?
I just hate to disappoint them.
Well, you never, I'll tell you that.
What's the harm in a little exaggerating?
Well, I don't know, but what about saying you was a director out there now, Lum?
Abner, can you think of anybody that'd make a better moving picture director than me?
Well, let's see if I know some. Let me think of the name.
If they'd give me plenty of money and the whole say-so, I could direct the out-captainest batch of pictures Hollywood's ever saw.
That I don't know.
They just let me do things
Wait a minute,
my
here
own
comes
way.
the customer. You can have the whole say-so and wait on her any way you want to.
Granny,
Go ahead,
I
get
know
up
all about it.
movie star.
Well, howdy do, Miss Seastrong.
Why, hello, Lum. Hello, Abner. My, it's good to see you back again.
Thank you, Miss Seastrong. It's good to be back, too.
Oh, I've been hearing some wonderful things about you, Lum. Is it actual true that you worked in the movies out there in Hollywood?
Well, I hate to brag on myself. It really weren't so much.
That's right.
Was you really a director?
Well, not all of the time.
I'll say not.
Most of the time, I was busy writing the pictures.
Right, you mean you actual did that?
Oh, yeah. The fact is, I wrote a couple of pictures while I was out there.
Oh.
Just to take up my spare time.
Oh, that's wonderful, Lum. 2 in 1 week. Can you really write that fast?
Oh, yeah. When I get started, it don't take me no time at all.
Well, you're just the fellow we're looking for.
No.
The Parent Teachers Club is putting on a big program Friday night, and we want to do an original one-act play, and you're going to write it for us.
Well, now, just a minute, Miss.
Oh, I must go and tell the girls right now, this is the best news we've ever had. A real Hollywood writer.
Doggies, now look what your bragging's got you into. You've got to write a play, and the only thing you ever wrote was Home for Money.
And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jotham Down store. Lum is just entering.
Tommy! Oh, well, morning, Lum. How's old Hollywood Rider today?
Abner, don't even mention that word around me.
Well, that's what you're claiming you are now, ain't you? Wait a minute, let me look at you. What's the matter with you anyway? Looks like you've been wrong through a ringer.
Well, I feel like it.
You got regular hand satchels under your eyes, Lum.
Well, I was up practical all night long trying to write that dead blame play for the parent-teachers group.
Did you get it done?
Get it done?
Yeah, to be honest, I never thought you could do it, Lum.
Well, I can't. Abner, it ain't no use. I don't know the first thing about writing a play.
Well, I never thought you did neither, but let's hear what you wrote.
I haven't got nothing wrote.
You ain't? You mean you sat up all night long and you never wrote nothing?
That's about the size of it.
Dog.
Oh, I made a few starts. That's about as far as I ever got, though. Just keep getting stuck all the time. Abner, it looks like you're going to have to help me.
Me? Now, why ought I to help you? I never got you into this. You got yourself into it.
Well, I know that.
You was the one that stood right there and bragged on yourself. Told all them stories about what a big success you was out there in Hollywood. Wrote all them moving pictures, and I don't know what all. I tried to stop you, and you wouldn't listen to me.
Well, I admit I wasn't exaggerated quite so much, but it's too late to think about that now.
Fine time to think of it.
The parent-teachers club is depending on me to write them a play for their program Friday, and I don't know what to do about it.
Well, I'll tell you what to do. Just tell them the truth. Tell him you can't do it. Tell him you never even got near a moving picture outfit when we was in Hollywood.
Well, I can't do that, Abner.
Why not?
Well, I don't know. Everybody thinks I'm so wonderful. I hate to make them feel bad by disappointing them. I can't think of myself at a time like this.
Well, if I was you, I'd start thinking of myself. You're going to need it.
Well, come on, Abner. Try to help me with this. I've just got to get something wrote.
Well, Lum, I don't know nothing about playwriting. I don't hardly know much more about it than you do.
Well, try. You wouldn't want to sit there and let your best friend and lifelong partner be a disgrace, would you?
No, I don't know.
Well, you wouldn't.
I wouldn't.
You're too fine a fellow for that, I know.
Oh.
Now, come on, let's see what we can do. I'll give you half the credit for it.
Oh, no, you don't neither. I might be willing to try to help you a little, but I don't want nobody going laying half the blame of this on to me.
Well, whatever you say. Let's just get it down. That's the important thing.
All right. Anything. What have you got wrote down so far? You said you'd made several starts, didn't you?
Yeah, I just kept the best of them. Threw the others away.
Well, let's hear the best of them then.
Yeah, wait till I find it here.
Still don't think I'm going to be much help to you.
Oh, here it is.
Doggos, how'd it get so wrinkled?
I threw this away once. Then I decided I better work on it some more.
Weren't good enough to throw away, huh?
Now, this play is...
Now, what's the name of it?
Well, I ain't sure, but I think it's Gilbert the Boy Trapper.
Gilbert the Boy Trapper? Well, that's the name of a book we've got kicking around the store here.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Why, sure.
I thought that name sounded familiar when I thought it up. Well, I can change that. I don't think it's got much to do with the story, no ways. Might change it to The Golden Romance of Daisy Turner. That's another one I thought up last night.
Yeah, that's a lot better. Let's change it to that.
Yeah, I thought that would appeal to the women, and they're the ones that's going to put it on.
Yeah, well, start reading it. Go ahead.
All right. The scene is inside of a house.
Well, that's nice.
The parlor.
Doggies, you got a pretty good start there.
Now, when the curtain goes up, we see the maid walk in and start dusting the chairs.
Is it dusty already?
No, but that's the way all plays start.
Oh, they do, huh?
At least all the ones I ever saw did. More than likely, all the actors has got rented suits on. They don't want to take chances on getting them dirty.
Must be.
Just then the telephone rings.
Now it's getting interesting.
The maid dusts off the telephone, takes down the receiver, and starts to talk. The maid says, hello.
Yeah?
Well, that's as far as I got.
Uh-huh.
I couldn't think of another dead blame thing for the maid to say.
Well, all she has to do is answer the phone. What they want?
I don't know.
Who is it that's calling?
I don't know that neither.
What is this, a mystery play? So, you know, if you could find out who it is that called, you'd be off to a good start there.
Yeah, I know it. Just seemed like nothing come to me, though. Couldn't seem to work out the plot.
Maybe it was Gilbert calling. Might have just got back from trapping. Some lions or tigers or camels or something.
No, we decided to change that.
Well, I don't reckon he'd be calling up the maid and telling her about trapping lions, no way. Yes, and of course he's in love with her. She ain't Daisy Turner, is she?
No. Daisy's the hero of the play. She ain't no maid.
Well, maybe she's in disguise. Did you get a good look at her?
No, I've never even saw her.
This must be a mystery play. Wait a minute, I'll tell you what we can do, Lum. This will take care of the trouble you was having with that phone call, too.
What is it?
Well, she takes down the receiver, like you got it there, and she says, hello!
Yeah.
Just then somebody throws a knife through the window and kills her. That way she don't need to say nothing else.
No, that wouldn't do. I was aiming on using the maid again later on in the play.
Oh, well, just wound her then. Anything to get her away from that telephone.
No, that wouldn't work with the story I had in mind.
Well, just what is the story you had in mind? That might help us some if I know that.
Well, I ain't got it all worked out yet, but the main idea is that this Daisy Turner, she's a beautiful woman.
Must be.
Got yellow golden curls and baby blue eyes.
Oh.
And she falls in love with a handsome bachelor. Sort of like my types, I'd say.
Your type?
Yeah.
Oh, this is sort of a comical play, huh?
No, this is all serious. Sad.
Yeah, I can see that.
Well, anyway, one day Daisy sees this fella kissing a girl, and she don't know that it's his sister.
Did he know it?
And this gives her a broke heart, and so she runs away and joins the circus to forget.
Forget what?
The whole thing.
Well, that's the best suggest either one of us has made so far.
Anyway, she gets to be a trapeze swinger and makes friends with a bearded lady who turns out to be her uncle.
A lady uncle?
No, she's actually a man.
Daisy?
No, the uncle. The bearded lady.
Oh.
Now, this uncle knows Daisy's got a lot of jewels, and he wants to get them. So one day he sneaks up and cuts one of the ropes on the trapeze, so when she gets up there and starts swinging by 1 foot, the swing breaks and she falls.
Oh, my goodness, that poor little thing. Bless her heart. Bless her little heart.
Yeah, she does have right smart of trouble. It's sad, I told you that.
Oh, it is uncommonly.
But just then, this handsome bachelor is sitting in the audience, and he rushes out and catches her just before she hits the ground.
Hooray, hooray, hooray.
And they live happy ever after.
Don't get married, huh?
No, they get married.
Huh?
And the uncle loses his job with the circus.
Well, now, wait a minute, old Lum. How are they going to do all that on that little stage over at the schoolhouse?
Oh, I know it. That's the whole trouble. They couldn't do it.
Oh.
Fact is, that's the trouble with everything I've studied up. I'm just too big for the job, looks like.
Well, something's wrong, I admit that.
I just can't do it, Emma. That's all there are to it. Don't know nothing to write for 'em.
Well, you better call them up and tell them that, then.
Oh, I hate to do that. I hate to admit I'm a failure.
Well, you better do it now and give them enough time to get a place somewhere else on.
Yeah, I reckon you're right.
Why, sure. They're aiming on doing this on Friday, you know.
Yeah.
Well, get on the phone, call them up, tell them.
You don't know how I hate to do this, Ed.
Go on now.
Miss Emeline's in the club, so she must know I was going to do this. I want her to be proud of me. Now, I got to admit I can't.
What, you just got to do it, Lum. Maybe after this you won't go bragging on yourself, telling all the wonderful things you can do.
Yeah, you're right. I oughtn't have did it. Maybe this is a good lesson for me. What's the C-Strunks' ring?
It's, well, ain't no use trying to call Miss C-Strunks at home, Lum. She's over at the schoolhouse. Elizabeth said the parent teachers are having a meeting to work on some more plans for that program Friday.
Uh-oh. Well, maybe I better wait till she gets home and call her then.
Don't you call her right now. Dog is waiting. I'll ring them for you right here.
Miss Abner, I'll tell you one thing. I'm never going to exaggerate nothing again as long as I live.
Good.
I'm going to stick to the facts no matter how dull they are.
Wait a minute. Here on somebody answer. Go ahead.
You talk to him.
You talk to him. Go ahead now. Here.
Hello.
Okay.
Could I speak with Miss C-Strunk, please, Mom?
All right.
Huh? Oh, this is Mom.
You couldn't even
how are you, Miss Emaline?
couldn't copy down a good place.
Well, that's what I called up to talk about.
Without lolling his tongue out.
Well, no, I ain't got it all wrote yet.
You ain't got none of it rolled.
Well, that's nice of you to say that, Miss Emaline, but I wouldn't go so far as to say that, hardly. Well, yes, I guess it does take a genius to write a play this fast. Oh, no, the idea's just come to me.
No, watch yourself.
Thanks, as quick as I get this one done, I'm going to write a couple of plays for the New York stage.
Long.
Why, sure, I'll get you tickets right in the front row.
Hang up that telephone right now.
My partner's calling me. I've got to get back to my writing. I'll let you read the play quick as I get it done. All right, Miss Emaline. Goodbye.
Edders, what in the world is the matter with you?
Don't bother me, Abner. I got to get to work. Let's see now. The maid dusts off the telephone, takes down the receiver, and says hello, and then, Granny's, let's see.
There we go.
Wait a minute. I've got it, Abner. I've got it.
What is it? What does she say next, Lum?
Granny, she don't say nothing. Just hangs up the receiver. It's a wrong number.
Lum attempted to get out of writing a one-act play for the Parent-Teachers Club of Pine Ridge. But his phone call was answered by Miss Emaline, whose flattering remarks about Lum's playwriting ability quickly confirmed his own delusion that he was indeed a great writer. And the deal is still on. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Abner in the Jotham Down store answering Cedric's questions about Lum's latest venture.
Mr. Abner, is Mr. Lum actually writing a play for the parent and teacher's outfit to put on?
Wait a minute, not so loud, Cedric. He's right back there in the feed room writing on it now.
Oh, it's the secret?
No, but he don't want to be disturbed.
Oh, what's he writing about?
I don't know. I ain't got the least idea. I doubt if Lum has neither. He can't write no play, Cedric.
He can't, huh?
Why, of course not.
Well, I thought you said he was.
Oh, he's back there scribbling. Got a tablet and pencil back there.
Oh, well, I can do that.
Yeah, do it as good, too. Oh, of course, he just bragged himself into this. Now he figures all he can do is go ahead and write something, no matter what it is. Yesterday, I talked him into calling up Miss Seastrong. She's the president of the club, you know, and telling her that he couldn't do it.
Well, what'd she say?
Well, he never talked to her. Miss Emaline answered the phone instead, and she started casting compliments right in Lum's face about how wonderful he was, and how wonderful it was that he was a playwright, and you know Lum. He swallowed it all. Got to bragging on himself worse than ever. So now he's stuck. He's got to go through it.
Yes, Mom.
Yes, me old Lum's in for some trouble, too.
Oh, yeah. Leave all writing me a play.
Cedric, now just leave that playwriting business alone. Don't you get in trouble.
Well, I read one in the third reader. Said, Ned's dog is named Rover. Rover loves Ned. I think that's a nice story.
Well, yeah, Cedric, but that ain't enough to put on a whole play with. You'll get yourself into trouble if you start that playwriting. Don't do it.
Everybody's got trouble nowadays, looks like. Ernest Macmillan sure has.
Ernest?
Yes, Mom. You know, when he got out of the Army a little while ago, he studied some kind of machine work.
Yeah.
And he got a promise of a good job in the city, so him and that girl he's been going with, you know, the one that lived over at Cherry Hill, they got married.
Yeah, I know that. Yeah.
Well, so they went there to the city and couldn't find no place to live, so Ernest couldn't take the job.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah. So Ernest is back home here now. She's back over at Cherry Hill living with her folks till they get things figured out.
That is a awful shame. All on account of not finding a place to live, huh?
Yes, Mom.
Well, couldn't they find no place at all?
No, Mom.
Oh, but you'd thought somebody would have shared their place with them. Leastways, till they could have got started.
Well, they might not got a house there. They're going to make payments on it, but somebody come along with the cash and bought it.
Huh. That's a fine way to treat our soldiers. Here they went over there and done all our fighting for us and give up their jobs here at home and everything else. And now when they get back here, they can't even find a place to live.
Oh, it's awful.
All right, Bogus, we got to do something about this situation, Cedric. We've got to do everything we can to see that them boys have a chance to live a decent life.
I wonder if you'd mind...
Hey, what Bogus, you scared me to death, Lum. Don't slip up on me that way. How you coming with your play?
Well, I got it about half wrote, and I was just wondering if you and Cedric would mind to read it over.
Read it over?
Yeah, and sort of act it out so as I can hear what it's going to sound like.
Well, Lum, I don't know nothing about play acting. I don't know about Cedric.
Well, I'm pretty good at it.
Yeah.
We put on a play in the third reader the other day, and I was a big star in it.
You was, huh?
Yes, Mom. We put on Snowbird and the Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White, Cedric.
Yes, Mom. And there's just 7 boys in the third reader, so they let me be one of the dwarfs.
Well,
I was dopey.
I don't doubt it.
I mean, that's what they call me. That was my name in the play.
Yeah, well, it fits you all right.
Yeah, he's the one that don't say nothing.
Well, how could you be the big star then?
Well, I don't know, but I sure done it. Must just have natural talent for it. I know every time I come on the stage, I got big laughs.
You did, huh?
Fact is, I heard a lot of folks say afterwards that I was the biggest dwarf they ever seen.
Bogus, I never knowed you was that good, Cedric.
Oh, yes, Mom.
Well, I reckon we can act your play out for you then, Lum. Of course, I know I can't keep up with Cedric.
Well, I don't want no fancy acting. I just want to see how it sounds.
Yeah, well, I'll do it for you.
I worked so hard on this, I don't know whether it's good or not.
Yeah, well, Cedric will make it sound good. Here, hand it to us. We'll do it for you.
Well, here, I reckon one of you'll have to look over the other's shoulders. Kind of, there's just one copy.
Oh, well, that's all right. Yeah, you stand back of me, Cedric.
Oh, yes, Mom.
Well, here, not so far back. You've got to read this with me.
Oh, I've got to say something, too, huh?
Why, of course.
Oh, this is going to be harder than Snowbird and the Seven Dwarfs.
Who's supposed to be who in this thing, Lum?
Well, it don't make much difference. Most all the people in it are women.
Women?
Yeah, they told me to write it that way on account of it'll be mostly women folks acting in it.
You mean me and Cedric has got to be women in here?
Yeah, just to see how it goes.
Oh, no.
It's a play about kings and queens and all that.
Card game?
No, mostly queens and princesses.
Oh, that kind.
Where it starts out there, the princess is talking to her handmaid.
A handmaid what?
Handmaid nothing.
Ah.
That's what they call their servants in them days. Handmaids.
Oh.
I think they call them that because they waited on them hand and foot.
Why didn't they call them hand and foot maids then?
Just handmaids.
Oh.
All you have to do is read the play. I never asked you to rewrite it.
All right. I'll be the handmaid. But Cedric, the foot maid?
Oh, I don't know nothing about foot maiden.
Well, you can be the handmaid then, Cedric.
All right. Actually, I'm more the dopey type, though.
Well, let's see now. What does that make me then if he's a handmaid?
Well, you'll have to be the princess. Now,
Well,
go ahead. The princess speaks first.
Yeah, sure. All right. Oh, Guinevere.
Not so loud.
That right, Guinevere?
No, Guinevere.
Oh, Guinevere. Huh? Oh! Thought that the fella that wrote them Guinevere's Travels.
No, that's another fella.
Oh!
It ain't a bad
Guinevere.
story, though. I might rewrite that for him.
Oh, Guinevere, my faithful handmaid. I am so unhappy. All right, Cedric.
You got me sad now.
Cedric, now don't puddle up on me. Read right there where I'm pointing at.
Handmaid, what troublest thou, O wonderful princess?
So don't jump my lines there, Cedric.
Excuse me.
Soon is my wedding day. Oh, I could cry. Boo, hoo, boo, hoo. Just like a woman.
Now, don't make no comments. Just keep reading.
My papa, King Charlie's mange, hath... King Charlie's mange? Where'd you ever get a name like that?
I got it out of a book. Keep going.
Mom, there ain't no king by that name, Charlie's mange.
They used to.
Ain't no-
Well, don't laugh, silly. The actual was a king by that name.
Oh.
I can show it to you in the book. I got it out of it. Just keep going. I can't tell how good this play is if you keep interrupting all the time.
Man, all right. Still sounds silly to me, though. My papa, King Charlie's mange, hath, bathrobed me.
Betrothed.
To,
Betrothed. Bathrobe.
oh,
Means getting engaged to.
the king's engaged?
No, the princess is.
Oh, gonna say, what about the queen? Oh, Charlie's in trouble there for a minute.
Now, just keep reading it.
All right. My papa,
Talk
King...
so loud.
Oh, my papa, King Charlie's mange, hath,
Betrothed.
betrothed me to Prince Bismuth of Denmark. And I hateth and despiseth. You got me listening. Despiseth him. Go ahead there, Guinevere.
Oh, handmaid. Yes, my dearest princess, everyone knows he is a snaketh in the weedus.
Alas, I cannot marry him, for I am actual in love with Vernon Vassal. He is naught but a cast off hand, honest but poor.
Go ahead, Cedric. Oh, this is pretty. Oh, couldn't we do Snowbird and the Seven Dwarfs? No, Cedric. I'm an awful good dwarf. Nice big one. Just read what's wrote there, Cedric. Just a moment. What else is the place?
Right there, Guinevere.
Oh, handmaid, you are a princess and cannot marry a common poor man. Charlie Mange would not let thou doest it us. A trumpet blows outside.
Where? I don't hear it.
Wait a minute. Cedric weren't supposed to read that. That's just something you hear off stage. All right, Abner, go ahead. It's your time.
Oh, hark! I hear Papa, the king, coming to take me to the wedding. Does Charlie play the trumpet?
No, that's one of the servants.
Oh.
You know how they always blow them horns every time somebody comes in the room in the castle?
Oh, them with the flags hanging on. Yeah, I saw them pictures over to see where. Oh, you hear it. To take me to the wedding. Oh, Guinevere, what can I do it? Oh, how I loveth my dear Vernon Vassal. Oh, how I loveth him. Oh, how
All
I...
right, Abner. don't go on. I can't stand to hear no more of it myself.
I thought we was doing pretty good.
Oh, it ain't you. It's the play. No use going on with it.
Well, you got to now, Lum. Them women are depending on you. They got to put this on Friday, and they're supposed to rehearse it tomorrow.
Yeah, wait a minute. I think I know what to do.
Huh?
Would you fellers help me make some copies of this thing? Let's see, I believe I'll need 19.
19?
Yeah, I believe that's how many women there are in the club.
Well, man, that's a lot of copying, Lum. I don't believe my hand would hold out that long. My tongue would get tired lolling that much.
Well, all I want you to copy is just the princess's lines.
Huh?
And then send one copy to each woman in the club.
Well, I wouldn't do that now, Lum. Each one of them's liable to get the idea she's going to be the princess.
That's exactly what I want them to think.
Huh?
Unless I don't know the psychology of the feminine female mind, when them women gets together for rehearsal, there's going to be the dead blamedest one hair-pulling match this town has ever saw.
You mean it'll make them so mad they won't put the play on Friday?
Put it on. They won't be done fighting before next Tuesday.
Well, Lum has admitted that he can't finish the one-act play he'd started. So, to get himself out of a jam, he's hinted to all the women in the Parent-Teachers Club that he wrote the leading part with each one of them in mind. He figures that this will cause such a fight at the first rehearsal that they will call the whole thing off. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner in the Jot-'em Down store, waiting to hear what happened at the rehearsal. Listen.
Abner, why don't you run over to the schoolhouse and see if the fighting started yet?
Lum, I don't want to get mixed up in that thing. Besides, I want to go over to Doc Miller's and see that new Buick he's got over there. Cedric says that's the prettiest thing he ever seen in his life.
I know it. I seen it this morning. It's beautiful. I'm going to get one of them things if I have to steal it.
Well, if you get one, you will have to steal it. I'll tell you that right now. But I don't want to get around them women folks, Lum. Batch of women get to clinching and scruffing. I don't want to be nowhere around them.
Yeah, well, I don't blame you now. It's dangerous. But I would like to know what's going on. They're rehearsing. They're supposed to start that 15 or 20 minutes ago. So they ought to be pretty well into the battle by now.
Oh, yeah, they're going by now.
These ways they ought to be arguing and hollering at one another.
Yeah, well, I'll still rather not go over there. Anyways, when they get to going good, Lum, you'll be able to hear them clean over here at the store, I know.
Well, I don't expect it to get to that stage for another hour.
It won't.
Oh, I'm expecting this fight to go on for 2 or 3 days.
Yeah.
Fact is, it's got to if my plan's going to work out.
Oh, sure it has, yeah.
These ways they got to fight till they give up the idea of putting on the play.
Well, don't worry, they'll do that all right.
You know, Abner, I hate to cast compliments right in my own face, but that was a pretty smart idea I studied up there. Brainy.
It was, huh?
I'd say so.
Well.
I knowed good and well that if I got all them women to thinking they was going to be the main princess in my play, well, they'd all get to where they'd want to cut one another's throats.
Oh, yeah. Well, are you sure, though, that they all think that they're going to be the princess?
Why, natural. We sent each one of them a copy of the princess's lines, didn't we?
Yeah.
Or at least ways we sent them all their princess's lines that I had wrote so far.
Yeah, but you never sent a note along saying that they was the ones you had in mind for the princess, though.
Well, I never needed to. They'll get the idea all right. Don't worry about that.
They will, huh?
If you know the feminine female mind like I do, you'd know all you have to do is just give a woman a hint about something like that. She carries on from there.
Yeah, well, maybe so, maybe so. I don't know much about such stuff as that.
It's psychology is what it is.
Uh-oh.
It's more subtle doing it this way, too.
Yes, sir.
See, if I wrote them a note saying I'd picked them out for the part, why, then they'd get to comparing them notes and I'd get in trouble.
Oh.
This way, it's all their own idea. See, you got to be smart about these things, Abner.
If you'd been smart enough to finish writing that play you started for him, you wouldn't have to be doing all that long.
Well, my smartness just don't run in that direction, so.
It must not.
Writing plays is the one thing I ain't good at, it looks like.
The one thing.
Yeah, I just weren't cut out for that. That's the hardest one thing I ever tried to do in my whole life, I believe.
Yeah.
But I don't need to worry about that no more. They'll get to fighting and call the whole thing off. Won't even know that I never finished writing the dead blame thing.
Well, if you want my opinions, I think they're going to have a hard time telling you ever started it, to be honest with them.
Oh, I don't know.
Oh, what, Louis?
Well, I admit I couldn't finish it. I will say I had a pretty good start there.
Yeah, you started.
Interesting. Wrote some pretty fancy lines there.
It was all right, what you
Like
wrote.
says, I don't blame them women for fighting to get to be the princess in it. Abner, why don't you run over there and see if they've started the hairful in yet?
No, sir, now, I told you, Lum, I don't want to get mixed up in that thing. I ain't as stout as I used to be. I bruise pretty easy, I
Oh,
think.
you could defend yourself.
I don't believe I could do it. I just ain't got the strength.
I would love to know what's going on down there. I'd go down there myself if I thought it safe, but I know it ain't.
Of course not.
I wouldn't even walk near that schoolhouse. Feller might get killed by a flying object.
Now, doggy, you just about talked me into not even getting out of the store today.
Or, you know, maybe I thought of too good of a plan, Abner.
Too good.
I'm just worrying here. Maybe I ought to go up there and try to stop it before some of them get hurt serious.
Oh, well, see, you know, I just been sitting here worrying about Elizabeth, Lum, a woman.
Worrying about her.
Yeah, she's mixed up in that rooster somewhere, sure as the world.
Oh, I don't think you need to worry too much about her, Abner. She's stout. She can take care of herself.
Well, I ain't worrying about that.
Huh?
I'm just worried for fear she might hurt somebody. Might even kill them, I don't know.
Oh, I don't think that.
Lum, you don't know that woman of mine again. She gets to swinging her fist around there. You get her riled up and she could stay 9 rounds with Joe Lewis. Dogged, I hope she don't wind up the heavyweight champion of the world.
No, that wouldn't look right, would it?
Hate to introduce her, say, meet my wife, the heavyweight champion of the world. Doggies, wouldn't that be terrible if she was to lose her tempers and get out of control?
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
Just think, well, what if she get arrested for manslaughter? Or womanslaughter, I reckon you'd call it. My own woman, arrested.
She won't get arrested.
Why, she's bound to, love. All them witnesses there, they're bound to testify against it. They seen it happen. Next thing you know, they'll send poor little Elizabeth to the penitentiary.
Well, how could they?
Lum, they'd have to do it, that's the law. Just think, Elizabeth, my own woman, a jailbird, why did she do it? Why did she do it? What will people think of me? The husband of a jailbird, a criminal's man. Folks will stop trading here at the store for the world.
They won't, Abner.
Yes, they will, You're just trying to make me feel better, but it's no use. Folks won't have nothing to do with me. And you won't neither.
Why, Abner, how can you say a thing like that?
It's the truth, Lum. It's the truth. You can't run a store if you don't have no business. Only way you can keep going is to unsolve partnerships with
Now,
my
just
Lum.
a minute, Abner.
And there I'll be, out of a job, broke, disgraced, no friends, a hobo. Won't even have enough to buy food for old Blue, my dog. Can't even feed my own dog. Then he'll turn again me. Be nothing but a wanderlust, picking up a few scraps wherever he can. Pretty soon he'll get sick and die, bless his
Abner,
heart.
for goodness sake, this is silly.
If it was your dog, Lum, you wouldn't say it was silly. I love old Blue like a brother. He's just like one of the family, Blue is. Poor old Blue, how I love that dog. Now he's gone. What is it left for me in life? Might just as well head for the mill.
Abner, come back.
Goodbye,
here.
Lum, old friend. Carve something nice on my headstone for me.
Howdy.
Goodbye, Grandpap, old pal.
Goodbye. Wait a minute, where are you going, Abner?
Down the mill pond. Gonna tie a rock around my neck.
Well, here, you better be careful. You're liable to drown yourself.
What else is there left for me in life, Grandpap? Oh, the terriblest things that's happened to me, you just don't know.
What terrible things?
Ain't you heard? Old Blue, my dog's dead.
Oh, for pity's sake.
Yeah, he's gone. Bless his heart. My woman's in the penitentiary. I've lost my job, being run out of town, you might
What do you
say.
mean your woman's in the penitentiary? I just now seen her over at the schoolhouse.
Oh, Ain't they took her away yet?
Ain't who took her away?
Don't try to act like you don't know, Grandpa.
Just a minute. Now, I've heard all of this prattle I can stand.
Oh, me.
You say you was over at the schoolhouse, Grandpap? Yeah, I went over there with Charity for the rehearsal of that play.
Oh,
well, tell me, how's it going, Grandpap? Is the fighting getting pretty bad? I never seen no fighting.
Of course not. It's all over. They're more than likely slapping their handcuffs on Elizabeth right
Wait a minute.
now.
You say there ain't no fighting going over there, Grandpap? Why, no. When I was over there, they was all getting along fine. Women all being polite to one another. Are you sure about that?
Yeah. Seems that you wanted practical all them women to be the princess in it or something like that, but they all felt that somebody else ought to be the princess. Each one of them figured that somebody else would be better for the part.
Well, if that don't beat the bugs are fighting.
You mean Elizabeth ain't slugged nobody?
Why, of course not. I ain't never seen them women get along so well before.
Wonder what's the matter with Elizabeth. She must be ailing.
There goes my plan. That ruins everything.
It looks like you're going to have to finish writing that play after all along.
Yeah, and I can't do it. I've tried, and I just can't do it. Granny, what am I going to do now?
Well, you better get to writing. That's about all I can see.
But I don't know how.
How?
I better just get out of town and hide somewhere till this thing blows over.
Get out of town?
Find me a good cave, or maybe... Or wait a minute, I know. I'll go out to that hotel, that Mountain View Inn.
Well, on me, that thing's all boarded up, Lum. That was closed up when the war started.
I know it. That's why I want to go there. And I got a perfect right to go there, too, as long as I own stock in it.
Yeah.
Are they ever going to open that thing up again? I don't know. Abner, when them women call up here and ask for the rest of that play, tell them I've just left town.
Left town?
Tell them I went to Africa or someplace a long ways off where they can't get hold of me.
What town in Africa?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you're going to have a hard time buying a ticket if you don't know what town you're going to, Lum.
Now, listen, Abner.
You don't know where you're going. Well, how do you know when you get there? You're liable to go right through it.
Abner, I ain't actually going there.
Oh, well, that'll make it easier. No, let's see. What?
And I ain't got time to explain it to you. I've got to get out of here before that telephone starts ringing. Oh, there comes Cedric.
Yeah.
Don't tell him where I'm going. He's going to blab it to someone.
No. Well, howdy, Cedric.
Hey, Mr. Lum. Good, I got some bad news for you.
Well, don't tell it to me, Cedric. I've had all the bad news I can stand for one day. I'll see you later, Abner.
Yeah, all right.
Well, I better tell you this before you go, Mr. Lum. Them women ain't going to do your play after all.
They ain't.
No, Mom. That part of the princess was so terrible that none of the women was willing to do it. And they all wanted somebody else to do it. And finally they got to arguing about it. And the doggonest fights going on over there you ever seen in your life. They're tearing the schoolhouse to pieces. Boy.
Well, at last, Lum and Abner are out of their difficulties. Lum knows he isn't a writer, and Abner got Elizabeth out of the big fight at the schoolhouse. Now it looks as if the old fellows can settle down to the peaceful life of running their store, playing checkers and visiting with their friends. But can this quiet life last long in Pine Ridge? Well, we'll soon see what happens next. Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in the Jot-'em Down store happily singing to himself. Listen.
Love lifted me,
What's the matter? What's the matter?
Huh?
Me and you, Lissy, stand out in front of the place and heard all this hollering and carrying on in here and wondered what happened to you. I was afraid a packing case had dropped on your foot or something.
No, I was just practicing up on my singing.
Singing?
Yeah.
Doggy, you sure sounded like you was suffering.
Yeah, I do put an uncommon lot of feeling in my singing, don't I?
Oh, me, scared me to death.
That's the reason I like that song I was working on there. It's just plumb full of real honest-to-goodness suffering. Love lifted
Lon, maybe I better go out and make that deal errors or something.
Well, wait a minute. Hold on, Abner. I want you to stay here and listen to it.
Well, I can go outside and hear all of it I want to.
Yeah, but I want to get your opinions.
Huh?
There's a part of it in here I want you to listen to. See, I can't hear myself sing.
That's a blessing you ought to be thankful for, Lon.
Now, listen.
Now, wait a minute, Lon. What are you interested in singing so all of a sudden for?
Oh, I just figured it was just a good thing, that's all. Singing is sort of musical.
Yeah, that depends on who's doing it. Tell the truth now. What's back of this?
Well, there ain't nothing back of it. I just thought, well, you know, there's going to be an opening in the church choir, and I don't know.
And you're trying to get in it 'cause Miss Emaline sings in the choir, huh?
That ain't got nothing to do with it. Hardly. Now, listen to this, Abner.
I wouldn't think you'd want to get around them women folks as mad as they are at you over that playwriting deal on.
They're pretty mad, ain't they?
Why, sure they are. You better stay away from them.
Maybe my beautiful voice will save me.
Well, I doubt it. Go ahead, though. I'll listen to it.
Love lifted me, did me. Love lifted me, did me. When nothing else would help, love lifted me.
Yeah, well, that sounds all right. I don't think you ought to put that Tid Me part in there, though.
Ought to put that what in there?
That Tid Me business, where you sort of back up on yourself a little there.
Oh, you mean that where I say, love lifted me, did me?
Yeah, right there. That's the part. I don't believe you ought to put Tid Me in there.
Well, that just shows how little you know about singing.
Huh?
That's wrote right in the song. The bass is supposed to come in with that.
I know they are, but that's when a choir sings it. You ain't supposed to come in on yourself that way.
Well, it don't sound right without it. I've tried it both ways. Fact is, it sounds worse without it.
Well, I don't want to hear it then.
I granted, why couldn't you do that for me?
Do what?
That Tid Me that goes in there.
You mean for me to stand up there beside you when you get in the choir just so I can sing Tid Me?
Yeah. No, I just mean while I'm practicing here.
Huh?
I won't need you after I get in the choir. I tell you what, though, I might want to use you when I try out.
Dry out?
Try out.
Oh.
Before you can get in the choir, they make you try a couple of songs out so they can see how you sound.
They do. You've lost right now.
You can help me out on that.
Oh, I couldn't do that, Lum. I couldn't bring myself to do that at all.
Why, you used to sing every once in a while.
Oh, I know, but I just can't seem to do it no more. Got to where here late I get excited or something whenever I get up in front of a gathering. My voice just takes clean out on me. Get to catching my breath sort of like a boy that's in swimming out of season. Can't even talk, much less sing.
Why, you can't do. I heard you yesterday morning over at church sitting there in the front row amening every remark the preacher made.
Yeah, well, I was sitting, though. I couldn't got on my feet and did it.
Well, you can sit and Tid Me then.
Huh?
I'll get you a chair and you can sit beside me in the choir practice. And I'll stand in front of you if you want me to. Then when you come in on the Tid Me part, nobody won't know whether it's me or who's doing it.
Well, I might could do that. I know I ain't going to stand up and sing, though. Especially when I ain't interested in getting in the choir in the first place.
Well, let's run over it once and see how it sounds.
Well, all right. Let me sit down here first, though.
You ready?
Yep, sit.
Love lifted me.
Tid me.
Love lifted me.
Tid me.
When nothing else would help, love lifted me.
Tid me.
No, you ain't supposed to put that last one on there.
Oh, excuse me.
Outside of that, though, it was fine, Abner. Good. That was sort of a altori you was singing there.
It was.
Yeah, you was right betwixt altori and baritones.
Well, that's cuter. I always thought I was sort of a high soprano. But maybe since I've grown older. Wait a minute.
Voice is changing.
Yeah, who's that coming up out there? Oh, Dick Huddleston. Never know him. He got on a new hat there, I believe.
Who it is, though?
Maybe he heard the noise and come over to see what was wrong.
Abner, if you're going to be my assistant Tid Meir, you've got to learn to tell the difference between singing and noise.
I do, huh?
Well, howdy, Dick.
Howdy, Dick. Well, hello, Lum. Howdy, Abner.
Come on in and sit, Dick.
Much obliged. Can't stay long. I just want to talk to you about those hotel fellows.
Hotel fellas.
Yeah, you know those promoters that built Mountain View Inn, ran it before the war started?
Well, sir, me and Abner were just talking about that the other day. Reckon where them fellers are now?
Yeah, when they closed it, they said they was going to open it up again quick as the war was over. It's over now.
Yeah, maybe we ought to try to get in touch with them. Or is that what you had in mind, Dick?
Well, we don't need to do that long because they stopped by my place this morning.
Well, they did.
Well, what'd they say?
Are they getting ready to open up again?
No, they told me they weren't going to open the hotel.
They did?
Yeah, that's what they said.
Well, what's the reasoning? Seems to me that they done a good business that last year they run it.
Well, I thought so too, Lum, but according to their tell of it, they lost money. But that's not the main reason for keeping it closed now, though. Yeah, it sounds like a good enough reason to me. That is, if they actually did lose money.
Well, what do they say is their main reason?
Well, they've been up there looking over the place, they said. They figured it'd take quite a bit of fixing up to get it in shape to open it again.
Uh-huh.
The way things are now, building materials so hard to get and all, they just didn't think it'd be possible to do it.
Well, Granny, that place don't need much fixing up, does
No.
it? Just needs to be cleaned up, so. It was just built a while before the war started.
Well, that's what I said, but they claimed it needed some redecorating and junk like that. Says it's hard to get help to run the place, too.
Oh, I don't agree with that at all.
Well, personally, I don't either, Lum. Now, here's my notions on the subject. I believe they're trying to squeeze all the stockholders out of the thing and then buy up all the stock at their own price.
You believe which now, Dick?
Yeah, come over that again. I don't believe I'm following you there neither.
Yeah.
Well, this may just be an idea of mine, but I believe they know that hotel can be a real moneymaker, the way housing conditions are now. They think if they can let it stay closed for another 6 months or so, why, the stockholders will get disgusted and sell their stock for anything they can get for it.
Granny, there's reasoning, all right.
Well, they never paid the stockholders nothing when they'd run it before. Don't see what they want to go to all the bother to get them out for. Well, they know they couldn't run it that way again, though, Abner, without somebody raising a kick. I asked them if I could see the books for the last year they was open. They said they didn't have them along with them. But, of course, I know they can doctor them things up, too, to where they can show profit or loss or anything they want to.
Well, there ought to be something we can do about it.
Well, that's what I want to talk to you fellas about. I'm in favor of calling a meeting of the stockholders and open it up whether they want to or not.
Yeah, we can do that.
Why,
right.
sure.
Us stockholders still owns 51% of the stock, don't we?
Why, sure. I recollect the big ruckus we had over there, too. They wanted to control an interest, but Doc Miller's one of the big stockholders, and he wouldn't put a dime into it unless the people here in Pine Ridge owned more than half of the stock.
Yeah, we were smart in doing that, too. I mean, Doc and us was.
Well, if the truth was known, I don't think them promoters put a nickel in that hotel. I think us folks right here in town put up all the money that was used.
Now they're trying to squeeze us out of it.
Yeah, and I'm not going to stand back and let them get away with it, neither. I put $2,000 in that hotel, and I'm going to see that it stays open. I'm going to call a meeting of the stockholders tomorrow and tell them just what I think about it.
Well, I'm right with you on it, too.
I am, too. Whilst I never put up the $300 in it, I don't want to just see it lost. Well, now, there's the widow Abernathy. She put every nickel she had in the world into that. Grandpappy Spears, he bought a big plug of stock, too.
I reckon might not everybody in the community put some in it.
Well, I think if we can get the right kind of management in there, we can all make some money out of it yet.
Grannies, I'd love to take hold of that for a while myself. I know I could put it on a paying base.
Well, now, wait a minute, Lum. That's not a bad idea.
Did I say something smart?
Why don't you take charge of it? I'd feel a lot better if we had somebody to run it owns an interest in it, and somebody we all know.
Well, sir, if the stockholders wants to open it up, me and Abner will sure take it over, won't we, Abner?
Well, I don't know, Lum. What would we do is to jot them down so where we couldn't run both of them?
Oh, well, we can get Grandpappy Spears or somebody to run the store first.
Yeah, maybe.
During the summer months, there ain't much business nohow. Everybody's living out of their gardens, mostly.
Yeah.
I know some of these families around here had so much vegetables the cutworms are chasing their children.
Oh, yeah, they all live on garden sass during the summer. Now, there's one thing about it. I can tell you fellas right now, them promoters will be doing everything they can to keep you from making a success of it.
Grannies, let them try it. They'll find out they're up against the wrong feller this time.
Well, they look like the type that wouldn't stop at nothing, Lum. You can look for some real trouble from them if you take it over, I'm warning you.
You and Abner can take care of them, can't we, Abner?
Can we?
Why, sure. What do you think they'd do, Dick?
Oh, I don't know. There's no telling, Lum. But you can worry about that later. Well, I'll call a meeting for 10 o'clock in the morning at my store. You fellas be there, and I'll see that you're put in as managers then.
All right, Dick. Much obliged. Yeah, Lum, Edwards, and Abner Peabody, hotel managers. Greenwich.
The stockholders of the Mountain View Inn, under the guidance of Dick Huddleston, decided to call a meeting to try to prevent the promoters of the hotel from carrying out their stated intention of keeping the place closed. If all goes well, they hope to reopen the hotel themselves and install Lum as manager. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. Now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum and Abner nearing the Jot 'em Down store on their way back from the stockholders' meeting. Listen.
Yeah, sir, I don't like to cast compliments right smack at myself, but I'm sort of proud of the way I handle matters at the meeting.
Yeah, I feared right there at first the meeting was going to end up in a fight and not get nothing decided on the way everybody's arguing there backwards and forwards. Sound worse than a woman's card party.
Well, that was them promoters doing most of it.
Oh, they did talk and argue.
They never wanted to see the hotel opened up this summer.
Well, of course, I don't blame them much, Lum. If they lost $3,000 the last year it was open, like they claimed they did.
Oh, that was just a lot of mouth talk.
It was, huh?
Well, if they'd have lost money, they'd have been trying to get us stockholders to make it up.
Well, one of them said that he'd bet we couldn't keep it open a month.
Yeah, but you notice I hashed him up when I told him we'd put up a $3,000 forfeit if we never kept it open 3 months.
Yeah, that sort of hashed me up, too.
Well, the trouble with them fellas is they just don't know nothing about running a hotel.
We do, huh?
I've got some ideas about running that thing that I ain't even told nobody yet.
Well,
some of them I ain't even through thinking up yet.
What?
Wait till we get in the store and I'll explain some of them to you.
Yeah, all right.
Go ahead.
I don't see no sign of life in it. Oh, yeah, excuse me. I reckon Cedric's walked off and left the store wide open.
Wait a minute. Look back there on that counter.
Huh?
If that ain't a fine howdy do.
Well, I'll swan to goodness. Sound asleep. Look.
Cedric!
Hey, get up from there, Cedric. Supposing a customer was to come in here.
Honey. Oh, I never noticed you was back yet.
The very odd. He's sleeping up there on that counter when you're supposed to be tending to the store.
Well, it was the only place I could find.
Swan to goodness.
Well, Cedric, I can tell you right now, you'll never get no place that way.
Well, I ain't going no place.
No.
Well, you wouldn't get there if you was.
No.
I mean, hearing me and Abner leave you in charge of the store and come back and find you asleep.
Well, that's the way I sell stuff. I weren't sure enough asleep. I was just making out like I was. Just playing possum, I think.
Well, Cedric, you can't sell stuff laying up there on the counter that way.
Well, I done pretty good this morning.
Ah.
I sold about $10 worth.
$10?
Folks would come in here and think I was asleep and pick up something and start out, and I'd let them get about as far as the door, and then I'd holler at them and make them pay me for it.
Well, I do know.
I catch Mr. Uncle Watkins a while ago. He was packing off a pair of shoes.
That varmint.
I know that's the only way I could have ever sold him.
Cedric, you ought to be shamed to pieces. I'm astonished at you. Though if that ain't a bad idea, you know it, Mom.
Now, don't you go trying no such stunt as that.
Huh?
You'd about to go to sleep and sleep all day, and again you woke up, they'd have everything carried out of the store, except the counter you was laying on. And it wouldn't be safe. Cedric, you're showing pretty good business judgment there.
Yes, sir.
How would you like to go in the hotel business?
Well, I don't know. I never thought much about it.
But you're looking at a couple of big hotel men right now.
Yes, sir.
You mean you and Mr. Abner?
Yes, sir. We're taking over the management of the Mountain View Inn beginning tomorrow. And I think we can find a place for a bright young man like you.
Well, if you just turn me loose, I'll find a place for myself with all them beds.
Hey, Cedric, what's all them groceries stacked up there for?
Oh, that's some stuff Sister Simpson ordered.
Sister
Yeah,
Simpson?
I was just waiting till y'all got back so's I could deliver it.
Yeah, well, you better get on over there with it right away. She's awful fussy about her
Yes,
stuff.
well, I'll take it right now.
Yeah, we'll talk to you about your new job again you get back, Cedric.
Yes, well, so long.
So long. Get right over there now. Hey, now, what's this big idea you had, Lum, about making money out of the hotel business?
Yeah, Abner, sit down.
Sit down.
Yeah, make yourself comfort. I'll explain some of my
That's
ideas.
bad news, is it?
No.
Sit
In
down.
the first place, there ain't but one way to make money out of a hotel, and that's to keep the rooms all filled up with guests.
With guests?
Yeah, that's what they call them, but they ain't.
Oh.
They make the guests pay at the hotel, just like as if it was a customer.
Well, doggy, that gives me an idea, too. When my woman's relays start crowding in on us again this summer, I'm going to start that rule at our house, too.
Well, you can't charge guests at your own home, but you could send them down to the hotel, and we can sure sock them plenty down there.
Yeah, how much are we aiming on charging for a room over there?
Well, you know, the last year them promoters run it, they charged $3 a day for a room.
Oh, they were sky high and all that.
But I figure we just charge $1 a day, or the folks would stay 3 times as long.
They will, huh?
That way we can keep the hotel open 3 months without no trouble.
All right, doggies, you got a head on your shoulders, Lum.
Recollect, we've got $1,000 we'll have to forfeit if we don't keep open 3 months.
Yeah, well, that sounds like a pretty good idea you got there, I believe.
Wait a minute, though. You ain't heard nothing yet.
What is it?
Well, Dick Huddleston is on the board of directors for the hotel, you know.
Yeah.
Well, he's been getting a hotel magazine sent to him every month. Got out just for hotel managers and such as that.
Well,
I got to glancing through it down there this morning, and I granted there's an article in there that give me an idea that might nigh busted my head wide open. It was so big. I don't see yet how I thought it all at once.
well, what is it? For goodness sakes, you circle around something for 30 minutes like a dog fixing to lay down a bed of leaves before you say what it is.
Wait till you hear this. Now, you say I'm the goose that laid the gold egg.
Well, hurry up and lay it.
Well, this article said the hotel business was better in San Francisco last year than it ever had been.
Well, what good's that going to do us?
And the reason is on account of the big United Nations conference they held out there.
The what?
United Nations conference. Don't you keep up on nothing?
Why, sure. I read the Pine Ridge pickups in the county paper every week. I never read a word about that. But I reckon a big conference out ought to bring a lot of business to a hotel, all right.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what my idea is.
Well, wait a minute, doggies, you ain't figuring on moving the hotel to San Francisco, are you?
No, but recollect that old Leonard saying when they couldn't get Mohammed to go to the mountains, they always brung the mountains to him. And that's just what we're going to do.
What mountains?
What mountains what?
Well, now, if you want me to help you manage that hotel, all right. But if you're going to start trying to move mountains around over the country, I'm taking out on you right now.
I never said nothing about us moving a mountain.
You did, too. You said
But
that...
what I meant, we're going to put on a United Nations conference right here in Pine Ridge.
Well, I hadn't heard about it.
I know it. I'm telling you. That's what my new idea I've had.
Oh. Well, now, what about the mountains? You have to move a whole batch of mountains to have a conference?
No, the mountains ain't got nothing to do with it.
Is Mohammed's running the conference?
No, that was Mohammed that done that years and years ago. He's the one that had the mountains moved.
You got me so mixed up, Lum. I don't know what you're talking about. I know that.
Well, the whole thing is they still ain't decided just where they're going to put this United Nations conference out there, permanent.
Oh.
So I figured we could invite them to set up a business here in Pine Ridge. And then they could all stay at the Mountain View Inn.
Well, it looks to me like, Lum, we got enough to do to run
Wait, here comes Grandpappy Spears.
Oh, yeah. Did you speak to Grandpap about running the store first this summer?
No, I reckon that's what he's coming over here for.
No.
I told him I wanted to see him on business. Told him to be studying over it and see what kind of a deal we could make.
Yeah, he's getting pretty hard to deal with, stubborn as a blue-nosed mule.
If he gets the best of me in a deal, I'll take my hat off to him.
Yeah, but that won't pay it off, just tipping your hat.
You more likely want a big salary, but I'll get him down on a percent base.
Oh.
That way we can't lose nothing. You just let me do the talking.
Yeah, sure. I don't know nothing about that percent business. I know that.
Well, howdy, Grandpap.
Yeah, come on in, Grandpap.
Evening, gentlemen.
Come on back and sit. Make yourself comfort.
Yeah, can't stay but a minute. Gotta get back on over to the place.
Well, don't rush. Here, take this chair.
Oh,
Take it.
thank you, Abner.
Now, make yourself comfort there, old boy.
Yeah, that was right smart of a meeting we had a while ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, me and Abner appreciate you voting for us to take over the hotel this summer.
That was nice.
Well, I just felt that you couldn't do no worse than them fellers that run it last.
Well, thank you.
Well, getting right down to brass tackles and illuminating breast beating around, Grandpap, what would you have to run the store for me and Abner for the next 3 months? Now, before you say anything, I'll tell you right now, we can't pay much.
No, gotta keep it down awful low, Grandpa.
Just let me handle it.
Oh, excuse me.
Well, I don't know. My crop's all laid by now. I could afford to do it pretty cheap, I reckon.
That's the way I like to hear you talk.
Well, we can't afford to pay no big salaries, so how would it be to put it on a percent base? You get a percent of what's took in. That way, the more business you do, the more money you make. Well, that sounds all right. Well, you see, we want you to make some money out of it. We appreciate you taking hold of it for us. But at the same time, we don't want to make no deal of no kind of where we'd stand to lose any money.
Yeah, man.
Now, what kind of a percent would you be willing to take it on, Grandpap? Just been studying here.
Yeah, study hard.
How about splitting 50-50? Give me half the profits, half of what we make.
Well, that sounds pretty high to me, Grandpap. Us furnishing a store and all. But I reckon that's the best deal we can make.
Well, that's all right, Grandpap. We'll draw up agreement like that right now. You get half of what you take in.
No, wait a minute, Lum. Not half of what he takes in.
Interrupting. Hand me that pencil there.
Oh, yeah.
I'll that up right now. Grandpap, you can keep track of every bit of money you take in, and we'll split it 50-50 at the end of 3 months.
At their meeting yesterday, the stockholders voted to reopen Mountain View Inn over the strenuous objections of the promoters, and they also appointed Lum as manager. Well, Lum went the stockholders one better by offering to put up $1,000 if he and Abner weren't able to keep the hotel open for 3 months. After accepting his new job, Lum made a deal with Grandpappy Spears to operate the Jotham Down store for them during the summer. Well, we'll soon see what happens next. And now let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in the lobby of the Mountain View Inn. He's talking on the telephone. Listen.
Why, yes, Miss Pomeroy, we ain't using nothing but Pine Ridge help here in the hotel. Well, I don't know, we've got 5 girls already hired to help in the dining room, but I reckon we can find a place for your Maudie. You owning stock in the hotel and all.
Hey, Lum, come here a minute.
Wait just a minute, hold the receiver. Abner, for goodness sakes, quit bothering me while I'm talking on the telephone.
Well, hurry up and get done and come here a minute.
I'll be there directly. Hello. Why, we're getting the hotel in shape for the opening, and looks like they can't get nothing did less than I'm standing right over them to show them how. How's that? Oh, well, she can start just quick as we get opened up. Sometime this week, I hope. Yeah, we're doing some painting around here now. We've got to wait till that dries. Well, we're paying the others $3 a week in room and board. Yes, Mom. All right, I'll put her name on the list and phone you whenever we're ready for her to start. All right. Mom? Oh, not at all. I'm just only proud to do it. Goodbye.
Lum, are you done talking yet?
Yeah, I'm coming. What is you want? Do I have to tell you how to do everything?
No, I don't want you to tell me how to do nothing. Cedric's the one that's needing help.
Well, what's the matter with him?
Well, just look at him.
Oh, get to work, Cedric. We'll never get them floors painted just standing there.
He's going as far as he can there, Lum.
Yeah, I've got it all painted except this little spot out here in the middle where I'm standing.
He can't stand there and paint where he's standing at, too, can he?
Well, swam to goodness. Well, what you ought to did was start at the fur end of the room and paint yourself back this way to the door.
Yeah.
Well, I wasn't noticing what I was doing. I looked up just now, and here it was.
Yeah, reckon you could hold up 1 foot at a time and paint under it that way, Cedric?
The trouble is, I wouldn't have no place to set my foot down after I painted under it.
Oh, yeah, that's right, yeah.
Wait a minute. Let me study a little.
Yeah, study on that good.
See, right now, this is being the manager of a hotel is going to give me a lot of problems to figure.
All right, Doggies, I've got an idea,
Abner,
right?
will you shut up?
Oh,
Just about had it all figured out, and then you hollered, and what was your idea?
well, I was just thinking that, see that there electric light hanging right down over Cedric's head there? That's right over the spot. Maybe he could hang on to that and paint that place.
That's what I had figured out, too.
Oh.
Just reach up there and grab that chandelier and hold yourself off on the floor, and then you can paint that spot.
Yeah, that's the thing to do, Cedric.
Well, if I hang up there by my hands, I won't have nothing to hold the brush with to do the painting.
Oh, Doggies, that's right. I hadn't thought about that. Well, I don't know what to do then.
One, we never will get things ready.
No.
Cedric, we ought to just make you stand out there till the paint dries.
He can't
That's what we ought to do. It ought to be a good lesson for you. Next time, you'll know to paint the spot in the middle first, and then you won't never get in that fix.
Yeah, wait a minute. I got another idea.
I don't want to hear it. What is it?
Well, I'm just going to say, why couldn't we take that long board over there in the hall that them paper hangers left here and lay it out there for Cedric? Then he could paint that spot and just walk right off on the board.
If you lay that board out there on that wet paint, it'll be just as bad as Cedric walking across it.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, couldn't we get some blocks and set under both ends of the board? That'll hold it up off the floor.
Granny, you're taking the words right out of my mouth.
Yeah, good for me.
Hey, there's some blocks, the very thing, right, John?
Yeah, we'll get you all there in a minute, Cedric. Just stay where you're at there.
I reckon I'll have to. I can't leave.
Yeah, now, here, Lum.
Wait a minute. Come back here, Abner. Don't walk right out on that fresh paint.
Doggies,
For goodness sake.
Oh, me. I just fixing to carry the board right out there to him.
Just look on your shoes there.
Yeah, right.
Now you're tracking it all over this floor.
Well, I can't get both my feet off the floor at the same time. Doggies, I ought to took my shoes off before I walked out there.
Yeah, you oughtn't have walked out there.
No.
Now, we can both take hold of this end of the board and reach it out there to him.
It's going to be kind of hard to handle, I'm afraid, Lum.
All right, Cedric, we've got this thing figured out now. We'll reach this board out there to you, and you grab the end of it.
Yeah, here she comes now, Cedric.
Look out, Abner. Don't wobble it that way. You'll break that chandelier.
Oh. Now, grab it, Cedric.
Oh, I can't grab it. I got the paint bucket in one hand and the brush in the other.
Well, do something. This thing's getting heavy
Just
here.
set the bucket down. No, don't do that.
No, don't set it down.
Put the brush in the bucket and hold the handle of the bucket in your mouth. Yeah, now that's the time.
Hey, Doggy Cedric, you put me in mind of that big old shepherd dog, Ezra Seastrong, carrying Ezra's dinner bucket backwards and forwards from work.
Now, let's not get tickled and dress this thing.
Oh, look at
Here we go.
Yeah, catch hold of it now, Cedric, next time it comes by you.
Well, I can't reach it. The board ain't long enough.
Well, bend over as far as you can, then you can reach it.
Yeah, mind out talking with that bucket in your mouth. You'll drop that.
Yeah, don't do that, Cedric, for goodness sakes. Now, grab it now when it comes by you. Bend over
That's
there.
the stuff. Now you got it.
Yeah, now you can straighten up, Cedric.
Wait a minute. Quit that pulling. You'll have us both right out there in that fresh paint.
Don't pull on it.
Maybe I can lean out as far as I can, and it'll reach to him all right.
I don't believe it's long enough, Lum. That's the
Yes,
trouble.
it is. Now, you get in behind me, Abner, and hold on to my belt.
Your belt.
Yeah, get a good hold now, and don't turn loose or I'll sprawl right out in the middle there on
All
my face.
right. Lean out. I've got you now.
Steady now.
I got
Take
you.
it easy. Take it easy.
Now, how's that now, Cedric?
That's all right. It reaches fine now.
Well, set your end down on the blocks then. Hurry.
Well, I ain't got no block.
Cedric,
One, do goodness, Abner. You've got to give him the blocks first.
well, wait just a minute, Cedric. I'll toss them out there.
Hey,
to
wait
you.
a minute, Abner. Don't turn loose of my belt.
Oh, I got you.
This thing ain't gonna work.
I can't hold on to you and get the blocks at the same time. I know that.
Well, if you had him, you couldn't give him to Cedric. He's got his hands and mouth both full.
Well, what are we going to do, Lum?
Well, I can't wait here till we decide. We may as well pull the board back.
Pull it back.
Yeah, lean forwards again.
Huh?
Cedric, lean forwards to where I can straighten up. Now, come around here now, Abner.
No, you all right? On your feet now.
All right, Cedric, you can turn loose of it now.
Well, now we're right back where we started at.
Yeah. Cedric, you're a nuisance.
I'll say yes.
If it ain't 6 of one thing, it's half a dozen of another.
Well, I don't know how we're going to... Uh-oh. Weren't that the hotel ring?
Yeah, just hold on. I'll go answer it.
Well, you don't have to go in there. There's a phone right here, right over there.
Hey, forget about that.
So on that phone rung itself off on the wall today.
Well, what about me? You ain't going to leave me out here in the middle of the floor, are you?
I reckon we'll have to, Cedric. I don't see no way to get you out of there right now.
Just paint that spot in the middle and walk right out, Cedric. I'll tend to it when I get on talking
Well,
to you.
that's going to leave his tracks in that fresh paint there, Lum.
Hello, this is the Mountain View Inn. Lum, Edwards, Manager-in-Chief doing the talking. Who? Oh, well, howdy, Luke. How's that? Well, yeah, we're hiring some help. Was you looking for work? Oh, for your wife, huh? Well, we've already hired the widow Abernathy for the cook, Luke. Reckon how your woman would like the job of making up the beds and cleaning the rooms? Well, I don't know, about $4 a week and room and board, I reckon. Why, yes, I reckon it'd be all right for you to stay here, too. Uh-huh. Well, you talk it over with her, and if it's satisfaction, why, let me know. All right, Luke. Not at all, not at all. Goodbye. Well, there's another room rented.
Well, Lum, what's your idea in telling everybody you give 'em room and board along with the job for?
Well, I'm getting business for the hotel.
Well, these folks that's working for us ain't customers. We can't make no money out of them.
Abner, you don't look no further than the end of your nose.
I don't know.
Their money's as good as anybody else's.
Yeah.
You see what I'm doing? I'm hiring them for about half of what we'd ordinarily have to pay by giving them the room, and that's just the same as renting.
Well, you're going to have all the rooms filled up with them that's working for us. You've got half of Pine Ridge hired now.
Well, if we can get enough rooms rented to our hired help, we won't need no customers.
Oh.
Now, you take Luke Spears' woman. Ordinary, we'd have to pay her $8 a week. But I offered her $4 and a room. There's $4 a week clean profit right there.
Well, it might work out. It just don't sound right to me. But I guess you know
I
what
got
you
it
do.
all painted, but I left them tracks when I walked out there.
Yeah, I see you did.
Well, that's all right. Hand me that paint bucket and a brush. I'll paint out them tracks before they dry.
Oh.
Now, this ought to be a lesson to you, Cedric. Next time, look ahead. Look before you leap, as the old lettered saying goes. Figure out where you're going to wind up at before you start.
Well, Lum,
You've got to study things out.
Well, what are you doing there, Lum?
I'm painting these tracks out as I come to them. No, Sir Cedric, if you'll notice them that's made a success out of themselves, like me, always figure out things in advance.
Well, Lum, if I was you...
Abner, quit interrupting me. I'm trying to learn Cedric a lesson.
Excuse me?
Next time you open your mouth, I'm going to cram this paintbrush in.
Uh-oh.
No, Cedric, I'll always know exact where I'm going to wind at.
Well, look where you're winding up at now, right back there out there in the middle where Cedric is.
Let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find Lum in his private office of the hotel. Abner is just coming in the door. Listen.
Hey, Lum, put Luke Spears and his woman down for room 23 on the second floor.
Abner, didn't I tell you to quit busting in the office here without knocking?
Oh.
I'm liable to be in a conference or something one of these days.
You're liable to be in a what?
A conference.
What's that?
Well, it's some sort of a thing big businessmen gets in when they don't want to see nobody.
You mean something to hide in?
Well, yeah, some uses them for that.
Oh.
I think sometimes they just taking a nap, but they call it conference on account of it sounds better.
Huh. Yeah. Don't reckon I ever seen one.
Well, it ain't nothing you can see.
Well, how does a body know when he's in one if he can't see it?
Well, they started out to be sort of a meeting when they first invented them, but now they just use them when they don't want to be bothered.
Oh. Swan to goodness. I hate to tell it on myself, Lum, but you know I thought it was the name of some town around here.
Some town?
Yes, true. I did.
Where in the world did you ever get such a idea as that?
Well, when I was collecting for the Jot 'em Down store,
Every time I called on Doc Miller, that woman that sits out there in his office always said he was in conference.
And you thought he was out of town.
I did. Fact is, I told her not long ago, I said, they must have an uncommon lot of sickness over at conference for Doc to spend so much of his time there.
Well, recollect when anybody comes in here to the hotel that I don't want to see, just tell them I'm in a conference.
Oh. But, you ain't in one now, Harry.
No, not exactly. But I'm terrible interested in this magazine, though.
Oh, well then, put Luke Spears and his woman down for room 23, then.
Oh, they decided on that corner room, did they?
Yeah. I had to show them to have a room in the hotel before they decide, though. That's all I did all day long is climb them stairs showing rooms.
Well, we've got the hard help all located now, haven't we?
Yeah, they're all set.
Got their rooms signed to them. That was a pretty good idea of mine, hiring them for about half of what we'd ordinarily have to pay them and letting them have a room in the hotel.
Well, I hope it was, Lum. I'm afeard, though, there's going to be a terrible lot of squabbling around here again. They all get moved in. The widow Abernathy and Morty Pomeroy come right now have my hair pulling this afternoon.
What's the matter with them?
Oh, arguing about which one of them was going to have that corner room facing the front.
Huh?
They squared off there and started flinging names at one another, and I just knowed.
Wait a minute, you didn't give one of them that corner room on the right front, did you?
Yeah. I finally got him to draw straws for it, and widow Abernathy win it.
Well, I was sort of aiming on using that room myself.
Yourself? Are you aiming on moving over here, too?
Yeah, I figured one of us ought to be here to sort of look after things.
Well, I figured the same thing, so I told Elizabeth that we'd better just move over here for the summer. We're sort of expecting little Pearl home in a few weeks, too. I know she'd enjoy it.
Well, Abner, we can't all live over here.
Well, it's too late now, Lum. There ain't no way for me to get out of it. Elizabeth's been busy packing all day, figuring on moving over here the first thing in the morning.
Yeah, all right. We're to have a nice sociable time here this summer.
Oh, it'll be fun, yeah.
Right now, half of Pine Ridge will be living under this roof.
Well, see, I thought that we could let little Pearl take care of them that get sick, long as she knows all about nursing now and everything, you know.
Well, what we got to do is start getting some customers in here.
Yeah, we ought to, yeah.
All the hard help's moving in tomorrow. The expense is going to start, too.
Yeah, well, now, there's what I've been wondering about, Lum. How are we going to let the out-of-town folks know that we're ready for business here? We can't expect to get no business here in Pine Ridge. We got half the town over here working for her.
Well, that's what I've been reading up on.
Reading up on?
Yeah, I've been studying this hotel magazine here.
Oh, that's what that thing is, huh?
Yeah, what we've got to do is get out a bunch of advertising.
You mean signs along the road and such as that?
Well, yeah, and in the newspapers and magazines, one thing and another.
Oh.
I've learned one thing. The hotel business ain't like it used to be.
It ain't?
Oh, no. Used to, all they had to have was a room with a washstand, a water pitcher, and a wash bowl sitting on it, and an iron bed and a lamp. But I grant, according to this magazine here, the room is just a small part of it now.
What do you mean, a small part of it? Part of what?
Of the hotel business.
Huh?
We're going to have to put in a golf course, for one thing.
You mean one of them little ones like they had on all the vacant corners here a few years back?
Oh, no, them was just miniature golfs. I mean a regular golf course.
One of them big pastures?
Yeah, we can get a book telling how to build one.
Law me alive.
Then I'll learn you how to play.
Well, I didn't know that you even knowed how yourself.
Oh, yeah, I catched right on to it. I stopped a time or two and watched them play on the road to the county seat.
Oh.
Ain't much to it.
Well, I'll stop along the road there and watch them the next time I go to the county seat, and then I'll know how to, I reckon.
Yeah. Another thing we got to have is some tennis courts.
Some what?
Tennis courts.
Oh, well, you'll have to look after that. You're justice of the peace.
What's that got to do with it?
Well, Lum, I don't know nothing about court matters.
This ain't nothing to leave. It's a game they play.
Ah.
You saw them play tennis.
No, I don't believe I ever did. I wore tennis shoes, but I don't know if I ever seen the game played.
Oh, well, if you wore the shoes, you won't have no trouble catching on to the game.
Oh, well, good for me.
Let's see. I made a list of what all we're going to have. That is to run a real first-class summer resort place here.
Dog, as I bound you by the end of summer, Lum, me and you's going to be a couple of sports, you know.
Yeah. I'll more than likely be known as the playboy of Pine Ridge. Let's see. Yeah, riding stables. We got to have them.
Is that a game, too?
Well, it's just common everyday horseback riding's what it is.
Well, why don't they call them saddle horses then? They undoubtedly don't ride the stable, do they?
I see right now, Abner, you're going to have to read up and try to improve yourself.
I am, huh?
Dealing with society folks and people that patronize these resort hotels, you got to learn to speak their language.
Their language?
Like if some countess or duchess was stopping here and wanted to go horseback riding, she'd more than likely tell you that she wanted to take a little canter. What would you say?
Well, I'd get it first. She'd tell me what kind she wanted.
She's already told you she wants to take a canter.
Yeah, but canter what? Pork and beans or sardines?
Oh, for goodness sake.
Well, Lum, I can't read her mind. She'd have to tell me what she wanted in
Abner,
it.
they call it canter when they're going for a horseback ride.
Huh?
And you should say to her, yes, Mom, I'll go to the stable and fetch you a mount at once. Mount's what they call a horse.
Oh. But I'm supposed to go to the barn and bring her a horse, huh?
Well, yes, except you've got to learn to call things by their right names.
Well, I don't see nothing wrong with the names they've always had. She's the one that's got the names mixed up, not me. Doggy. Next time I see Caleb Weehunt, I'm going to call him a mount trader and see if he knows what I'm talking about.
Well, Caleb is a horse trader, but when they get into society, they call him mount.
Hello, me alive.
Now, there's a picture of some society folks riding right there.
Let me see.
Give you an idea what they look like.
Well, get your head out of the way, so. That doggy's riding bareback, ain't he? No, they got stirrups. Ain't using no saddle. That's the first time I ever seen that.
Well, there's a saddle there, I think, about the size of a postage stamp.
Oh.
Why do you think anybody could afford a nice horse like them could undoubtedly buy a better saddle than that?
Why, sure. Doggy, that looks like a woman there. But she ain't riding a side saddle. See there, he's got long hair.
Well, that is a woman.
Huh?
See here, right under the picture, says, a group of young society women enjoying a canter on the Sunset Bridle Trail near Colorado Springs.
Bridle Trail? Is that close to Niagara Falls?
No, I reckon honeymooners go to Colorado, too.
Oh. Huh. And them's women. They sure don't look like it the way they're dressed, do they?
Well, they've got riding habits.
Well, it's a good habit to get into. It's good exercise. Give me a good horse, and I'd rather ride horseback any day and get in a car. Don't have to get out and fix no
riding habits, Abner, is them clothes they're wearing. Them derby hats and army pants.
Oh.
There's some more names you'll have to learn.
All right, doggies, I'm going to have to learn to talk all over again. I can see that right now. When horses is mounts and clothes is habits, I've about decided I don't know nothing. I know I ain't going to do no good in the hotel business. I can tell you that right now.
Excuse me, Mr. Lum. Here's a telegram.
Telegram? Who's it for, Cedric? Me or Lum?
No, Mom, it's for the hotel, I think.
Oh, that blame it. I thought it might be for... wait a minute. That is us. We're in the hotel business now.
Let's see it, Cedric.
Just one here.
Just hope it ain't no bad news. Them telegrams generally is. They scare me plumb to death.
Well, for goodness sakes, listen to this.
What does it say? Somebody lawsuing us or something?
No, listen.
Huh?
Please reserve nice room. Will arrive Tuesday, July the 9th. Trixie Van Dusen.
I never heard of her.
Well, business is picking up. Granny's, we're renting rooms before ever we get started.
Coming in next Tuesday, huh?
Yeah, she's our first customer.
Good for her. Hooray, hooray, hooray.
We'll have to fix her up with the best room in the place.
Oh, give her the best.
Oh, give her the governor's room.
Well, one of the Lunsford's girls that's working in the dining room's already spoke for that in law.
Oh, well, let's see that list of rooms.
Yeah, here it is right here.
Her out a gooder.
Oh, get her the best.
I hope she's pretty. Let's see. First floor's all taken, ain't it?
Yeah, the room's is full of hard help on the first floor.
Yeah, let's see here.
Yeah, get her out, put her. That's the time. Look it over. The first customer. Fix her.
Wait a minute here. Hi, Granny's.
What's the matter?
If we ain't played the while now, the hard help has got every room in the hotel. There ain't a room left for the customers. Granny, this is a fine resort.
let's see what's going on down in Pine Ridge. Well, as we look in on the little community today, we find the old fellows at the hotel discussing arrangements to meet their new guest. Listen.
Well, I won't be here tomorrow afternoon on account I thought I'd go into the county seat and meet the train.
Well, why don't you let Cedric take the car and go in there and meet it?
Well, this is the first guest the hotel's going to have, and I figured it'd look better for one of us to go.
Oh. Well, how about me going in? You stay here and finish getting the hotel in shape.
Well, the trouble with that is, Abner, you're married and all, and I know how jealous-hearted Elizabeth is, and I'm just feared it might cause some trouble at home.
Oh, yeah, doggone, I hadn't thought about that. She is an awful jealous-hearted woman. Yeah.
And me not being a married man, it might be best for you to meet all the men folks that comes in, and I'll meet all the ladies.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Good idea. If a man and his wife comes in, why, then we'll both go home.
Well, no, you can go after them.
Oh.
Hey, Granny, I can't hardly wait to see what this Trixie Van Dusen looks like. I think that's about the cutest name I ever heard.
Cute?
Yeah. Trixie.
Oh, swan to goodness, Lum. A great big overgrown lummox like you standing up there talking about somebody's name being cute.
Well, it is cute. Trixie. I just might not see her now. Trixie Van Dusen. That name just sort of speaks of love, don't it?
Well, I don't know about the name, but that's about all you've been speaking about since we got that telegram.
This is sort of a case of love at first sight.
Why, you ain't even saw her yet, Lum.
Well, I believe this is sort of like mental telepathy.
Ah.
Ever since I saw her name on that telegram, I've had a feeling like love has come into my life.
For the land's sake. It ain't been 2 weeks since you said the same thing about Miss Emaline, Lum.
Yeah, but this is the real genuine article this time, I can tell.
No, I've heard that before, too.
Which way do you think I look the best, Abner, with my hair parted on the side or in the middle this way?
I don't know. But if you don't quit standing there in front of that looking glass and combing it so much, you won't have none to part no place. I'll tell you that right now.
It looks so good both ways, I can't tell which one's the best.
Well, you've got the ends of your mustache twisted so tight there, you look like you're grinning all the time. Turn around here, let me look at you.
Well, I put some shellac on there to make it stay in place.
Now, dog, it sure looks like it.
I'll comb it out good before I ever go to meet Trixie.
Son, Lum, I believe you get worse all the time.
Wait a minute, who's that?
Oh, Dick Huddleston.
Oh, yeah. Come in, Dick, come in.
Well, howdy, fellas. How's things coming?
Oh, just fine, Dick. Come on in and sit.
Yeah, here, take this chair here, Dick.
No, thank you, Abner. I can't stay with just a minute. I just run over to see how he's getting along here. Hey, you got things looking pretty nice around here, too, you know?
Yeah, she's all cleaned up.
Yeah,
now,
looks
ready
fine.
for business.
We've already got one customer coming in tomorrow.
Yeah, we got a telegram yesterday wanting to reserve a room.
Yeah, her name is Trixie Van Dusen. Oh, Lum.
Hey, shut up, Abner.
I was just fixing to say that you was going into the train tomorrow and meet her.
Oh, well, go ahead then.
Well, I've done said it now.
Oh,
Well, where's she from, Lum?
the telegram was from Chicago.
Chicago?
Yeah.
I wonder how she knew about this hotel being here and that it was open even.
Granny, I hadn't thought nothing about that. Reckon how she did know it.
You haven't done any advertising of any kind, have you?
No, not yet.
That's odd. Did she know about this place opening up and coming all the way down here from Chicago, ain't it?
Well, maybe that's some more of that mental leprosy you was talking about, Long.
Hey, shut up, Abner.
Some more what?
Oh, nothing, Dick. Abner wasn't thinking what he was saying.
Well, say, what I came over here to talk to you fellas about, now, it ain't none of my business. Now, you're running the hotel, Lum, but you sure made a bunch of the stockholders mad at you.
Oh, yeah, I know, but there weren't no way out of it, Dick.
Well, I'll tell you, they held a regular indignation meeting down at my store this morning.
They did.
Yes, they did.
What all did they say, Dick?
Well, they were just mad because you promised them all jobs over here at the hotel this summer, and they were all looking forward to working over here, and then they said you called them up last night and told them you couldn't use them.
Well, I hated to do it, but it was either that or close the hotel.
Yeah, he hired everybody to ask him for a job. We had all the rooms took here by the hard hill.
Well, they was all stockholders. Had to hire 'em or make 'em mad one. When I hired one, I had to hire all the rest of 'em.
Well, you can't make no money out of the hotel that way, Lum.
I know it. That's the reason I just fired the whole bunch of them.
Yeah, see, the only one we kept was the widow Abernathy, and she's going to do the cooking, you know. Fine a cook as is in the community.
Oh, yeah, she's a good cook, no doubt about that.
Yeah, I figured me and Abner and Cedric and the widow Abernathy can look after the whole thing ourselves.
Why, sure you can. Then if you do have a rush, well, you can always hire extra help around here in town just for a few days, you know.
Yeah, that's what I decided last night.
I'll tell you, Lum, you're not going to get much business around here, though, I'm afraid, till you start advertising. You've got to let people know that this place is open, you know. Get some ads in newspapers and magazines around over the country. That's the thing.
Well, we're going to. I was aiming on doing that.
Oh, you were?
Oh, I thought that up myself.
Well, that's a good idea.
Fact is, I wrote out an ad this morning that I'm going to send out to a batch of newspapers and all.
Yeah, I'll read it to Dick there, and let's see what he thinks about it, Lum.
Well, see, what I kind of done, Dick, I took this hotel magazine you give me to read and sort of took the best parts out of different ads in it.
Oh, yeah, well, that's a good idea, Lum, yeah.
You see, I've got it here somewhere.
Yeah, right over there, I believe it is, Lum.
Yeah, this is it.
Yeah, that's it.
This is the one right here.
Let's hear it.
I start out here, it says, vacate yourself under the snow-capped peaks of the Washita Mountains, where the soft tropical sea breezes are wafted through swaying palms.
Now, I told Lum, I believe that's sort of stretching things a little, saying these mountains here are snow-capped.
Well, they ain't now, but they are in the wintertime when we get a snow.
Well, yeah, in the winter there.
I never said what time of the year they was capped.
Where'd you get that part in there about the sea breezes and the palm trees, Lum? We're 1,000 miles from either one of them.
Well, I sort of wondered about that when I put it down, but sure did sound inviting.
Yeah, sounds good, but you don't want to misrepresent nothing, Lum. Have folks come down here when they don't see anything like that, you know. They never will believe you again. Why don't you just put in there, where the mountain breezes blow through the swaying pines, if you want.
Yeah, that sounds
Yeah,
all right.
that's a
Change
good
that. Come over that again, Dick. I want to set that down.
Just, well, where the mountain breezes blow through the swaying pines, if you want something like that.
Yeah, that's it. Swaying pines, that's got it.
Now, go on here. Dance to the enchanting strains of Mose Moots and his world-famous dance orchestra.
Mose Moots? When did he get up an orchestra?
Well, I just thought that every once in a while we could get Mose to bring his fiddle over and get Luke Spears to pick the guitar and we'd have a little dance.
Yeah, I don't, but I tell you, get them two together now, that Mose and Luke Spears, and you get Brad Quiznant doing the calling. You've got just about as good a combination of square dance too as a feller ever want to hear, I'll tell you that.
Well, I guess it's all right. I don't know that I'd call them world famous, but go ahead.
Well, that's what the ad I taken that from said about their orchestra, and I never heard of it before.
Go ahead and read the rest of the ad, Lum. I've got to be getting back to the store.
Well, let's see. Then I say, Mountain View Inn, the playground of America.
Well.
Swimming, ice skating, surf riding, whatever that is, bicycle and horseback riding, mountain climbing and sky jumping, tennis, golf, base, foot, and basketball, boxing, wrestling, and dance.
Say, you're going to make a summer resort out of this place, aren't you?
Oh, yes, sir. From first class. We'll have everything here.
Yeah, you will if you get all that in there. Yeah, what's that blank space you left there, Lum? You want to put a picture of the hotel in there, huh?
Oh, no. I sort of figured on putting a picture of myself in there.
Yourself?
Yeah, I noticed some of these ads has got the manager's pictures in them.
Well, what about my picture? Because I thought we was both going to be the managers.
Well, Abner, it wouldn't look right to have both of our pictures in there. Besides, after I get mine in there, I'm afraid there won't be room for yours.
Doggies, now listen, Lum. If you put your picture in there, mine's going in there with it. I'm just as much a manager of this hotel as you are.
Well, Abner, one of us has got to be the head of it. We can't both be managers.
All right. I'll be the head of it, then.
You'll be the head of it.
Yes, sir, I'll be the head of it. I'm getting sick and tired of you taking charge of everything we go into. Dogie, this is one thing I am going to be the head of.
Oh, no, you ain't.
I will do
What
it.
do you know about running a hotel?
Well, I wouldn't have to know nothing to know more about it than you do.
Do you mean to confer that I don't know nothing about it?
Here, you fellas. Don't go getting in a fight now. Who's going to be the manager here?
Dogie, everything we go into, Dick, that Lum gets himself manager of it. This is one time I'm going to balk right in my tracks. I'm going to be the manager, or Dogies, I just won't be.
All right, then, don't be. See if I care.
All right, if that's the way you feel about it, just go ahead and run the hotel. I'm through. I'm taking right out of here right now, and I don't ever aim to have another thing to do with you lawmakers as long as I live. And if you ever come on my face again, I'll be dead blamed if I don't fix the dog on you.
Well, what will this breach between the two amateur hotel men lead to? Be sure to join us again on our next regular transcribed visit down in Pine Ridge.